Carrickle and Ardnamurchan is the most westerly parish on the UK mainland, formed at the beginning of 2023 with the union of the previously linked parishes of Carrickle and Ardnamurchan. The story of the church in Ardnamurchan begins much earlier, as early as the 6th century when Columba and others brought Christianity to the area. The first known church building was dedicated to St. Cohen, an 8th century prince mentioned in the Irish mythologies. He voyaged around the Highlands and Islands establishing churches, among them one on the south side of the Ardnamurchan Peninsula. Cohen, the Church of Cohen, gives its name to the crofting village now bearing the anglicised name Kilhoen. The original church, dating from early 12th century, was replaced in 1762 by a new building, the ruins of which can be seen on the hill behind the new church. It's in the 1620s that we first hear of a minister at the church in Ardnamurchan, a Celtic Catholic named Donald O'May. He left when his life was threatened by the chief of Clan Ranald. 1629, the Protestant minister Duncan MacCalman was appointed by Sir Donald Campbell, and in 1650 MacCalman was excommunicated. Martin MacOvra was then appointed, and his claim to fame is to have been rebuked in 1658 for taking 10 weeks away from the parish. In 1687, Alexander MacDonald, known as Maester Alasdair, was appointed but was later deposed in 1697 for refusing to pledge allegiance to the king, but was so popular with his flock that they refused to accept the appointment of his successor, John MacCalman, who had no congregation, as they continued to support Maester Alasdair. In 1703, James Stevenson was ordained and stayed until 1732. Then Daniel McLaughlin was ordained in August 1734, but left that November and was imprisoned in London in 1735. 1737 to 59 saw the ministry of Lachlan Campbell, and he learned in 1744 of the arrival of Bonnie Prince Charlie at Loch nan Uav, and immediately sent word to the Sheriff Depute in Inverary, beginning the action which eventually led to the Battle of Culloden and Prince Charles' defeat. 1756 to 59, Donald Campbell was minister, then Kenneth Macaulay, during whose time the Kilhoen Church was built on the original site, now a scheduled monument, and was served by various ministers. In 1827, the church was declared to be in a ruinous state, and William Byrne of Edinburgh designed the new church. The side galleries and the carpeted and finely furnished Laird's Gallery gave it a T form. It was in 1977 that the parish linked with neighbouring Carrickle Church. The William Byrne Church was closed in 2018 due to structural issues. The congregation continued, meeting in the community centre. 2022 saw work on the new church begin, where bits of the past remain. The cross above the doorway from the former Sana Mission Hall, and inside the cross fashioned from a pew at the old church. On the 1st of January 2023, Carrickle and Ardnamurchan churches united and linked with Ardgour, Morvern and Strontian under the ministry of Reverend Donald McCorkindale. Ella Gill, reader, and Jade McLean, probationer, along with elders, members and visiting preachers at Ardnamurchan, share in the worship leadership at the church and online. And the story of the church in Ardnamurchan continues, with worship, fellowship and the world-renowned Ardnamurchan scones.